guys, Kyle here again, and what I learned today is that if something seems off, something's probably wrong. So I had another baseball game tonight, and so I drove down there about a little over 2 hours to get there. And when I got there, one of my coworkers said, "Oh, so we have you here for the full week?" Today's Wednesday, by the way. The video will be released Thursday. And in my Google Calendar, I had today and Saturday. So that's what I told her. I was like, no, just today and Saturday. And she looked at me funny. And they basically told me that, well, actually, you signed up to be at tomorrow's game, too. So that would be Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Normally, I'm there Friday, Saturday, sometimes Wednesdays. So this was a little weird for me. The fact that I had to be there at Thursday. I think this is going to be actually the first Thursday that I'm going to work at the ball field. But this is not the only contributing factor to this lesson. This weekend, there is drumline and color guard minicamp for my university's marching band. And if some of you might not know, I'm shooting and producing a documentary for the marching band this coming fall. I've been producing it for a while. I've done some interviews, I've done some work, but this is basically one of the big starts for the season. They had auditions already. This is one of the first rehearsals that are happening for the full season. So that's happening Thursday through Sunday. And basically how I figure out some of my big scheduling things is when I get off from the theater. And when I got my schedule for last week and this week, I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all asked for off. And I normally get Friday, Saturday, so those weren't weird. And Sunday made sense. That's a big day too. But I got the full Thursday off. And that's important because before all of this concrete scheduling things happened, I wanted to plan out Friday for my main day to go shoot for the documentary, because Saturday I was going to be home for the baseball game and my sister's birthday. So I figured Friday is a big day and Sunday is a big day. But when I saw that Thursday was off, I just assumed that past me decided that Thursday should be off too. So I can be there for the documentary however much I want. And that felt a little weird. Something didn't feel right, but I didn't really check it. I just assumed past me knew what I was doing, and future me will make more specific plans around the days off. And what I learned when I got to the field is that the reason I asked for a Thursday off was not because I wanted to go shoot more for the documentary, but because I actually had a baseball game to attend and work. So this basically lots of context for one lesson, which is if something feels off, then something's probably wrong. Basically, it's just the concept that if you smell a fire, there is more likely to be a fire nearby. The application for this lesson is just to double check things. Don't assume consistency and causality, even with yourself, especially yourself. Investigate these things, second check. When I got my theater work schedule, I should have done a second check for the band camp stuff and my work schedule for the ball field. Just doing a second check and investigating why I had Thursday off when I got that schedule would have resulted in a solution, and realizing, hey, I didn't take it off for the documentary. And also a big problem with this is that I planned out the weekend pretty loosely, where I was going to be home Wednesday and I was going to be home Saturday. And the rest of the days I'd be here and doing documentary stuff. However, finding out that I worked at the ball field on Thursday, which is tomorrow, means that I have to go back and forth from hometown, where my parents are, where the ball field is, and where I go to school. And that is a 2-hour and 15-minute drive. And I have to go back and forth 3 times this weekend, which means I'm going to be driving for 15 hours in 4 days. It's a lot of time, a lot of gas, and it's going to make my schedule really tight. So for tomorrow, I scheduled an interview. Fortunately, I scheduled it early enough where I can get it done in the morning, and then I have to leave at 2. But just a little bit of double checking and following the scent of fire could have resolved these issues. I could have saved one trip instead of scheduling stuff out for Thursday morning. I could have saved money, time, stress. All of this stuff could have been resolved if I had followed my instinct, which was something felt off. So that's my lesson for today. Now on to feelings time. Something that made me sad today was obviously the discovery that I would have to take 3 trips back and forth this weekend, and that it was going to be an insane work weekend. However, something that made me happy was that a side effect of that, there's always a silver lining, is that I am going to be more structured with my time. Before, I had Thursday and Friday, or at least I thought I had Thursday and Friday, to the whole day to just shoot the documentary. And that's a really long time. I don't need to be there that long. And I was struggling really hard to figure out how to be efficient with my time and everyone else's time, for that matter. But now that my schedule is more tight, I have less time to do things, and I can be more efficient with my time and other people's time. So, silver lining to it, that's kind of what made me happy. Also, a key to regulating stress is that there's a positive in everything. So, that's all I have today. As always, subscribe to join the growth groupies. Name pending, but I think that might be something I might start calling you guys the growth groupies, because we're all in this little clan together, growing and becoming better versions of ourselves. Subscribe to join that group. As always, comment down below to contribute to the conversation. Something you learned today, or just a story that you want to share, to give us a chance to learn. Comment down below, and as always, so we can all learn together and grow together. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow.